Hi, this is Dana with Flowers by Design and welcome to our design series. Today I want to show you how to make a topper. We call a topper anything that goes on top of things, like on top of a shelf, on top of cabinets, or maybe on top of a table. And it's basically made on a tile that has foam glued onto it. If you want to see how to make a tile, we show you how to make one in our Floral Mechanics series. So a topper like this would be great on a shelf, or it will be also really good in a container such as this. And I'm going to drop a piece of foam just to give it some height, and then you have a totally different look. So it's not hard to make, and I will show you how. So I'm going to try to recreate this by using two of this mini ivy cluster bush, which is a very nice ivy that has golden tones in it. Of course, I will start with my foamed tile, and you can actually see how to make one of these in our Floral Mechanics series. So the first thing I will do is fluff this bush. This bush has some long tendrils, which I will probably not use, so I will cut at different lengths. I think it's important to cut at different lengths so that as to make it look realistic, or more realistic. And I have some other tendrils here. Once again, just cut and put aside. Now, fluffing the bush. I like to start with an S-shaped curve, which I will then separate. You know you're dealing with a good bush when the tendrils are very pliable, and these are. They really make a big difference. So some of the tendrils will go up, some of them will come down, and no tendril will remain unfluffed. All of them will be fluffed. So I will put this aside for a minute, and my leftover tendrils I will just gluing the tip on the foam. Just kind of go around the foam. What we're doing this is to cover the mechanics, cover the foam, and cover the moss. Typically these toppers are at a higher level, and so you don't want to be seeing the foam or the moss or the tile. So it's really important to cover the bottom part. I have some extra pieces here from my second bush, which I will continue to glue. People like using glue skillets, where actually you can drop your glue into a skillet and then you can just dip your ends. Alright, so here's the first fluff bush. I am going to glue the end of the stem and anchor it in on the one side of the foam, and the other, once again, I will glue the end of the stem and I will anchor on the other side of the foam. At this point you can fluff. Actually, something like this is really nice to use on a shelf. Very simple, very subdued. It really warms things up. You can add other things, we will, but you don't have to. in nature nothing is alike, so make sure that when you arrange something, it's a little bit on the uneven side. It makes it look realistic. Next, I am going to use these long berry branches, and just to add some accent, and I'm going to cut the stems. I will probably get 6 pieces out of this one branch. Really nice accent. Also really important to fluff your berries, and you fluff the berries the same way that you fluff your greenery, is by just making it not look straight. It helps me to go outside and take a look at the trees or at the plants and see how they actually grow in real life. And as you look at them, you will see that they almost always are looking out for the sun, and that's the same thing that we're trying to recreate with artificial floral. I'm just placing them here and there, bending them before I put them in. And I think we're almost ready. There's a number of things that you can use on toppers. I mean, it's not necessarily greenery and berries. You can also use flowers or grasses, anything your heart really desires. And so here it is, our finished topper. I will try this time to place it inside of this container, so you can take a look at what it would look like in a container if you chose to do that. Until next time, this is Donna with Flowers by Design.